had the day off from school, so I thought, why not record a school-like video describing how to balance fitness and college or high school or whatever grade or stage of life that you're in right now. I thought that it would just be a really good topic because obviously a lot of people have just started school, different schedule, different times to do different things, trying to plan everything out so that, you know, you don't get like caught up and stressed out. So I thought I'd just make this video for all of you that need some tips. And I have my phone in my hand so that way I don't ramble like I am right now. So that way we have all our little notes and whatnot, but I probably won't even use it. So like everyone knows about me, because we've had a lot of new subscribers. My name's Kendall. I'm known on Instagram as the Flexible Foodie, and I am currently a junior. It is my third school, so you could say I've kind of experienced it all. So I've experienced living in dorms, I've experienced going to like a big school, small school, and doing a bunch of different things, changing my majors. So my first school was University of Vermont, so that's where I experienced dorms and trying to see how to handle eating while at college. Second school was a small school in the city. I lived at home. Third school is big and it's in the city. I still live at home, so I'm still able to have access to a kitchen and all that great stuff and go to the gym. I'm not sure about everyone's situation, but I'll try and tackle as much as I can based given off my experiences. My school right now is 23,000 kids. About like 95 of them are commuters in some sense. It's sort of hard for me because I'm not really that outgoing to get to know people because like everyone's like sort of in their own zone at that school, and I don't blame them because I'm the same way. I'm one of those people where I feel like if I'm gonna start like making friends a priority, which isn't a bad thing, rather than like my work, I always tend to go friends over work, and then my grades suffer, and it's just like a bunch of that. And with the nutrition program that I'm aiming to get into, they require a lot, and I just really want to make sure that that's my main priority. And yeah, it's selfish in some sense, but it's just needed at times. All my friends, obviously all go to different schools in different states. Then I have Steve who lives in Massachusetts, so I work with a bunch of people that I'm close to and I love them to death. And with this school, there's not a lot of social life since everyone's like commuting in, so everyone's literally just going to class, going home, blah 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 blah. So, on to that, we got, it's the first one I wrote, let's see. But in terms of balancing schools, relationships, and friends, deal with that is I would make sure to keep spots open. So obviously I'd go for weekends more than weekdays if you know that you're gonna have time, if you're good at keeping on top of your work. Obviously you're gonna register for classes, keeping some in mind, you're trying to plan out like your week. If you work a job, I'm all about like if you want to be successful, you really need to prioritize it. Well, I still keep in contact with all my friends, I still talk to everyone, so it's not like I'm blowing everyone off to do it, it's just like what's the most important to you you're gonna make time for. And so I still make time for my friends because obviously they're so important to me, and I make a lot of time for school because that's something I failed with at both colleges that I went to. It's that I would put the time in, but I wasn't really taking that time as much as I could have. So it's just been a priority, especially because I'm finally studying what I want to. Make a mock schedule before the semester starts of like what classes I want, so that way I can plan my day in terms of like, okay, if I have class here, then like maybe I could go to the gym in the morning, I could work a shift at night. Always make sure to give myself one full day off, whether it's just like of no school or no work. With the gym and working out, it doesn't have to, okay, this can go both ways. Some people it's a priority. If that's your time where you're like, you know, you're in your zone and it makes you happy, then you're gonna make time for it. You know, I hear this in so many videos. People always say, oh, I don't have time to do that. How do you have time to go to the gym all the time? you have to make time. Whether it's you're waking up early or whether you want to go to bed late, if you want to go to the gym, you gotta find a way to get there. I made sure that I have time in the morning to go to the gym before my class. I shower, I have time to eat, and I have time to get ready. Then from there, you know, I just have the day, and I pack my meals the night before, I pack my bag the night before. I sometimes pick out what I'm gonna wear the night before, but usually not, hence why sometimes I am late. In terms of the gym, you're not always gonna get there. Sometimes your schedule is gonna be very, very packed. Like, especially, I know for me, it's like the worst during like midterms, finals and stuff like that, or when I have a bunch of papers due. No, there's no one that's telling you you need to go to the gym, you're gonna fail life if you don't go to the gym. It's all about prioritizing, and if you're gonna make time for something that you love on the outside, you wanna stay on top of your assignments. So something that's huge for me is procrastination. Like I swear, since I came out the womb, that's been the #1 thing that I'm actually good at. So what I've been doing is any free time I have, although we all like to relax, I try and do something in that free time. Like those moments where I'm eating breakfast and I want to watch YouTube videos, I'll read like a chapter. Or in the elliptical doing my cardio, because I can't do HIIT, so I can only do steady state and it's so boring. I'll bring my chem notebook and look at my notes, and it helps more than you think. Definitely say that using any free time you have, be productive with it. Don't just let it go to waste, because then when you're sitting in class and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna wish that you spent more time on it. So make sure you're getting adequate sleep. I know obviously as a college student, all-nighters are sometimes the usual. If you're gonna be working your body so much, whether you're working out and going to school and going to work like I am, you need some sort of recovery. So I'm just trying, and it's just gonna help your sanity, so why not? See, with college is gonna come like a budget in terms of keeping this lifestyle. Oh, we all know that like food is expensive. In a dorm, I'm gonna say keep it simple. Sweet potatoes, rice, I'll get tuna, bread, stuff like that, like stuff so you can make like sandwiches on the go. We bring oatmeal, almond butter. The dining hall, you don't be afraid to ask like, oh, can I have like some plain grilled chicken or whatever, because a lot of times it's loaded with oil or it's all fried, and that was my issue there, is that sometimes I just didn't want to ask because I was, one, really nervous because I'm so awkward. But just make sure that like you're spending money on what you need to spend money on. So food's obviously a necessity, whether you're dorming or whether you're not. Luckily I still live with my mom, but if I wasn't, I would make sure that food was always being bought and that I was saving my money for that, and that I'm not wasting my paychecks on like stupid things that aren't gonna benefit me in the long run. So like how I've been buying a lot of like fitness clothing, which I really don't need, and there are times where I like really regret it. But you gotta need them for like the future expos, so that's how I think about it. All that Lulu though, it's worth it. That's worth it. Lulu's always worth it, right? Like if you think Lulu's worth it, I'm always liking it. No, pay attention to what you're spending money on. You're putting this lifestyle of fitness and bodybuilding and whatever, you know, before things that actually have a consequence. How is that gonna help you? It's a lifestyle, but it's supposed to be maintainable, and it's supposed to be a balancing act. Just don't put the physique, can never say it, I don't know why. Don't put it in front of things that will actually have a consequence in your life. Definitely gonna work on trying to lessen the time limit on these videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was like spewed all around. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you enjoyed or you want other videos similar to this. Just comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. We've been getting a lot of new subscribers, so I want to thank every single one of you. We're almost at 1,500, which is kind of sick. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a nice